Paul McGuire Grimes, KSTP, Minneapolis, St. Paul. Foo Fighters, it is so great talking to you, all four of you today. This is fantastic. I can't believe it. I really enjoyed the movie and had so much fun in it. So thank you so much for just making and kind of exploring this area.
Thanks, Paul.
Yeah, man. It's fun to
Yeah. Now, Dave, you've recently written a memoir, and now you're writing the story for a scary movie. What have you learned about yourself and your creative output now that you've kind of explored these different mediums?
Well, both of them happened by happy accident. The memoir happened because the world had shut down and I had nothing else to do. So I'm not used to having nothing to do. So I thought, oh God, what, the band's not on tour? We're not making an album. Maybe I'll write a book. Hey, can I write a book? And someone said, yeah, go write a book. And I did that. And with the horror film, a good friend of mine came out of a meeting with another movie studio, texted me and said, hey, I just was in a meeting and these people said that they'd love to make a horror film with the Foo Fighters. And I texted back and said, that's the stupidest fucking idea I've ever heard in my entire life. There's no way. Why would we do something that dumb? And we then moved into this house to start making our record Medicine at Midnight. This is the house in the movie. Right. At first, we just moved into like demo and write, and while I was in there, I thought, oh, wait a second, we have this creepy house. We might as well just make some stupid horror film after we're done making the record. That's where the idea started, and the basic premise, the basic idea of the film was so simple. It was just the band moves into a haunted house. I become possessed. I kill everybody. That was basically it. So we eventually hired screenwriters that actually wrote the film, that elaborated on that and turned it into a script. But these things, this is what it's like being in the Foo Fighters. This shit just happens. Nobody really has any sort of like 10-year world domination plan. Like opportunities come up and you're like, yeah, why not? That could be kind of fun.
Right. Now, Taylor, what was your reaction when Dave said he had this idea? Did it take some convincing or was everyone just kind of all in once it happened?
No, I mean, the track record of the band with Sonic Highways and all the documentaries and things that Dave's made and that we've made as a band, I'm never really surprised. No, I mean, Dave comes up with a plan. We just kind of just put it in motion and go. If he believes in it, he's not going to sleep. He's not going to rest. He's going to drink 12,000 pots of coffee and smoke 1 million cigarettes to get it done. So the best we can do is get behind him and help push it up the hill, which we do. That's kind of what we do, and that's kind of what we do in the band. Period. So, if he's excited about something, he's not gonna quit. So we go.
And then if it sucks, I have to apologize for it.
The mouthpiece of the band.
We haven't had that majorly yet, I don't think. So
it's my fault.
Now, my favorite scary movie of all time is Halloween, and you get to collaborate with the iconic John Carpenter. How did that come about, and what was it like collaborating, Dave, to kind of share those ideas together?
It's a really crazy story. Our lighting guy Dan, who's been with us for years, also did lights for John Carpenter when he went out on tour and performed his music in front of live audiences. So when we told Dan we were making a horror film, he was like, oh my God, I know John Carpenter. You should email him and ask him if he'll be in the movie. I'm like, there's no fucking way he's gonna be in the film. So I just emailed him and I said, hey man, my name's Dave. I'm in a band called Foo Fighters. We have a mutual friend. We're making a horror film. Wanted to know if you'd make a cameo. Well, it turns out that 15 years ago, we took his son's band on tour. And so he emailed back and said, well, since you treated my son so good on tour, not only will I be in your movie, but I'll also write the theme music to it. So he did it as a total favor.
Slam dunk right there.
I mean, it was like, I could not believe, it's just too crazy. I couldn't believe it. For us to make a horror film and then have John Carpenter write the theme music and be in it, it's insane. That's the kind of shit that happens to us. Just falls up.
Slam dunks over and over again. Wham, wham, wham.
What are you gonna do?
3-point line.
I mean, it just shows that you always have to be nice to people because you never know like when it's gonna come back.
I'm telling you.
This is true. I tell my kids this all the time. I'm like, you don't even have to be the best at what you do. Just be a fun hang and people will call you.
I've tell people I've seen younger musicians coming up and they start thinking that it's time to act like a rock star, and I'm always like, don't do that. Don't do that.
No.
Just be nice. Be nice to the second engineer. Be nice to the first engineer. Be nice to the drum tech. Be nice to everyone. They're human beings, and you want to. It's just like anything in life. If you are nice, John Carpenter does your.
It comes
I
around.
mean, it's not like you know.
And then after 26 years, you can be a total fucking asshole. So we've afforded that at this point.
Almost there.
It's okay for the band to be assholes to each other. It's just to everyone else.
Amazing. This has been so phenomenal. I'll never forget it, you guys. Thank you so much for the time and the incredible words of advice. Be nice. That's fantastic. Thank you.
Be nice. We're promoting a horror film.
Yeah.
Be nice. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
That's all right. Take care, you guys. Have a great evening. Thank you.
Bye. See ya.
See ya.